The data you carry is vital to the remaining Federation fleet. You'll need supplies for the journey, so make sure to explore each sector before moving on to the next. But get to the exit before the pursuing Rebel fleet can catch up. Tip. Rebel fleet. The Rebel fleet, represented by the red circle on the map, moves closer to your position every time you jump. Certain events can slow or speed up their movement. Bing! Alright, we are ready to go. We are going to throw up the camera. Bing! Now we can see me in my little commander box here. We got our weapons located down here. We're going to go ahead and warm up all of our lasers. You can see them popping out. We've got our oxygen system online. We've got our engines, our shields, our med bay, and our weapons all powered up. Over here we've got our subsystems. We've got piloting, we've got sensors, and we've got door control. Right here we've got two little buttons that allow me to open all of the doors on the ship. If we're going to go ahead and pause that where I'm like, bam! Notice that this does not open outside doors, so it's just all of the interior doors. And then we can, of course, close them all with another button. Over here, we've got a breakdown on our crew. Our engine and our oxygen status is over here, where we are currently getting a 15% evasion bonus, and 100% of oxygen is retained within our ship. Over here, we got our shields, our hull health. Scrap is the currency in this game. We've got fuel, we got missiles, and we've got drone parts, which are used for moving about the galaxy, firing missiles or bombs, and activating various and sundry types of drones. And down here we've got available power for our ship, as well as which systems are currently on board, as well as which ones are powered. We'll get into that as we keep going, and then we've got some buttons for controlling our crew. We are going to go ahead and shuffle this a little bit and throw Sara into the shields, and she will be our shield person, and Shonji will be handling the engines for the time being. And jump! Ah! If any of you have ever seen Battlestar Galactica, I don't have any game sound. Hold on! Everybody hold on. There we go. The Mantis hail you. The captain says, "I claim this vessel for my clan. Blood hunting." And we jump into combat. So, we got all 4 of our lasers lined up. We are going to go ahead and give a nice little barrage, 3 of them to the shields, and hold off on the 4th for just a moment until the shields go down and we can actually pew-pew his weapon system. So, he's only got 1 shield. We're looking to damage his shields first and then blow up his weapons to kind of put him dead in the water. There we go. So his shields are down, his weapons are damaged, and we're just going to keep up these volleys, continually targeting the shield. And ooh, he just launched a bomb into my bay, but it's okay. Didn't do any damage. We're cool. Shields are down. He's only got this bomb launcher. His dudes are kind of scrambling around inside here, and we have taken down our first Mantis scout. So we are good. The ship explodes, leaving behind a substantial collection of useful scrap material. So we got some fuel, we got a drone part, and we got some scrap. We are going to rock and roll right on out of here. I think we're going to try and make it over to this nebula before the rebels catch up and get rocking and rolling from there. Scans reveal a large asteroid field nearby. Short-range scanners may discover useful materials while we wait for the FTL to recharge. Tote's going to explore it. Nothing of interest. Sad day. So it does look like the rebels are pursuing us. That's this red line over here. But we will be able to make it into this nebula before they catch on to our wily ways. Let's just hope there's something interesting here. A pirate ship arrives shortly after you. Judging from the fact that it's attempting to avoid your ship, you assume that it's a smuggler trying to stay away from beacons. Dirty pirates! Power up your weapons and move in to engage. So same dealio, basic strategy, blow up their shields and then start taking out their weapons. Once we get some additional systems online, we can start doing a little bit more complex tactics here. But as you can see, ooh, he's got a nice laser cannon that's gonna do some work, but that's okay. We've already taken down one of his weapons. Looks like they don't want to fight, they're trying to escape. So he was like, oh crap, Steamhawke, way too strong for me. He's gonna peace out, and I'm like, none of that! And I shot him down. You search the ship and discover that the cargo was new military-grade weaponry. Ooh, it was somehow undamaged in the flight and can easily be mounted on the ship. That's what I like to see. So we got some ion bomb weaponry chilling out in our hull right now. Or in our hold, our cargo hold, and we'll get that online in a little bit here once I've got some spare power. There are only 2 ships within range, and they seem to be engaged in battle. One of them has the markings of a space pirate. Aid the civilian! So, same idea. A lot of these initial fights are going to go in a very similar fashion, where we just kind of try and take down their shields and then take out their weapons. As you can see, my shields are going to do a good job protecting me, especially if I can keep most of their weapons offline, then I can absorb 1 hit every couple of seconds, and if I can keep them down to a single laser cannon, I'm going to be awesome. Pirate ship breaks apart. You hasten to contact the civilian ship. We got another nice little upgrade here, a combat drone, if we ever install a drone bay. Ooh, we're just getting weapons left and right. They respond, "It's a good thing you came when you did. We'd be dead now otherwise. I'm a shipwright, and I'd like to help you, like you helped me." Captain offers to install a piece of equipment on your ship. So we got some more scrap and a nice, fancy new missile system. Things are looking good for our intrepid band of heroes. Continue jumping away from the rebels, searching the galaxy, seeing what we can find. You receive a hail from a station orbiting a nearby planet. "Captain, we are Federation Terraforming Team C12 and are in need of assistance. Do you have some time?" I offer my assistance. "Thank you. We need to scan this planet for the life before we can begin terraforming, but our sensors can't get the necessary power to scan through this atmosphere. We've got a schedule to keep. Any chance you can help?" Now, I can attempt to scan the planet, or these blue options are secret options that only appear if you have certain equipment or crew members or something going on with your ship that is not always going to be the norm. In this case, I happen to have a Zoltan on board, and he can go overcharge their scanners, and it'll be awesome. They'll be able to scan right through that atmosphere just because he's this crazy telepathic pew pew, I can channel energy kind of guy. So, blue options are almost always excellent. They're not always going to yield the highest rewards, but they are frequently going to give you a reward without having any negative consequence. So, highly recommended to take blue options when you get it. Complete scan of the planet reveals no life signs other than a single ship on the surface. The terraformers thank you for your help and attempt to contact the ship. Just as you're about to jump away, the ship takes off and attack. It's a pirate! Well, that's lame. We can see that this guy actually has an overshield. That's this green bubble that's going on around his ship and this little green bar here. So we're going to have to bust through that first of all and then give him the big D. Unfortunately, he's shooting some missiles at me. That's a little bit of a shady thing to do. Missiles go right through shields in this game, but it's going to be okay. We've taken down his good old shield system, and we're only going to start tapping the shields and focus most of our firepower on his weapon system. Looks like we're going to take another missile hit. You can see that's blowing out my hull pretty bad. And now we're going to divert some of our firepower towards his steering to make sure he can't jump away faster than light. Excellent. Took him down. That was unfortunate that I didn't get anything particularly nice. We're going to go ahead and send Zaxxar and myself to go take out this damaged door control system and make sure we can get that bad boy back online before we scramble everyone back to their designated zones. Bring our lasers back online, and we are good. So, I generally like to bank up some of my scrap as opposed to spend it. Normally, you can open up the ship menu and start upgrading your ship as you go. Alternatively, I've got some stuff in my cargo hold that I could start installing in my weapon spots as opposed to just carrying it around. But we can see a lot of it takes specific power or things that I don't really have an abundance of to start throwing around, so I'm just going to be carrying these for the short term. And instead of starting dumping into power and shields and engines and weapon upgrades, I'm going to hold on to my scrap in the hopes that I come across a store in the near future where I can blow some of this on some nicer ship upgrades that are only available at shops as opposed to whenever you want and you're not under duress. Your scans reveal an ore refinery and several factories, all standing still and empty. No life signs detected. Empty sector! Now, generally, you want to try and get as many jumps as you can in each sector. You spot a small rebel ship nearby. Dirty rebels. Seems to have been refitted for transport rather than combat. It does not seem to want to engage you and your ship. Well, you rebels are gonna give me your cargo. Looks like they don't want to fight, they are trying to escape. So, in this case, we're going to try and take down their shields and then attack their steering or their engines to prevent their FTL from continuing to charge and allowing them to jump away. If their engines are dead, they cannot jump. If they have no pilot or their piloting system is down, they cannot jump. So, it looks like they just tried to teleport a bomb onto my ship and failed, but that's okay. We're going to keep targeting their shields and keep blowing up their piloting area. We're going to go ahead and swap some of our firepower to their weapons. Looks like they're trying to launch they got a bomb right in my piloting bay. Didn't kill me, fortunately, but we've got this more or less under control. Their weapons are down, their piloting is gone, and we're about to blow up the ship. BAM! No more of that. we are just getting weapons left and right. Clearly, all I have to do is start recording myself, and my luck gets immediately better. We're gonna go ahead and throw Mike in Mike being me, Steamhawke, in the med bay real quick, get him healed up, and before running him back to his piloting station, we already got that all repaired, and jump! So, as I said, what you typically want to do is get as many jumps as you can. This beacon map shows where the rebels are currently tracking you, so if you are within this red line here, then there's a chance you'll run into a rebel scout. If you're within this white line or this major red area, then you're definitely going to hit a rebel cruiser, and it's going to be bad news bears for you. So you typically want to stay just ahead of this curve, hitting as many jumps as you can before you make it to the exit of the sector and go on to the next spot. So you'll generally see me kind of zigzagging around, trying to hit the furthest back spots. Let's see. Beacon seems to serve as a meeting place for local traffic. Seems you're gonna find crew willing to fight on your ship here for a price. So we've got some NGs for sale here. I'm actually going to go ahead and hire Johnson here. He seems like a cool NG or robot guy. We're gonna go ahead and swap him out with Shonji. Shonji's gonna start working our sensors, and we're going to assign these as our new spot. We can see that Johnson doesn't have any real expertise here. He's got nothing going on for him, whereas I'm starting to get a little bit of piloting. Sara's starting to get her shields. Zaxxar is doing pretty dang good on those weapon systems, and we are ready to go.